In this segment, from today we will discuss class 11th, unit 1st, some basic concepts of chemistry. So many topics in this chapter are that you have studied already in previous class 9th and 10th. But here we will discuss about that topics because the upcoming complicated topics are related to that previous simple topics. Like, first is matter. In class 9th you have studied well about the matter. So what is the matter? Matter are those substances that contain certain mass and occupy space. Those substances that contain certain mass and occupy space. It's called matter. Now, division of matter is carried out in two ways under physical classification and chemical classification. So, basic points related to matter are those substances that contains mass and occupy space. We can classify the matter in two categories on the basis of physical classification and chemical classification. Physical classification is based on the matter that we see with open eye, that is, whether it is a solid or it is a liquid or it's a gas. With open eyes, simply we can see and examine a matter physically, that whether it is a solid or liquid or a gas. About solid, have definite shape, studied already in previous class, definite shape, size, volume, etc. Liquid have definite volume, but shape is not definite. The shape of a liquid depends on the container. It takes the shape of a container in which a liquid is filled. What are gases? Neither definite volume nor definite shape. Neither definite volume nor shape. The gases occupy the whole container in which it is filled, and its shape will be the same as the shape of a container is. So, solids, liquid, and gases have some basic differences. These differences are due to the intermolecular or interparticle forces due to which they are attracted to each other. This topic we will not discuss here about the interparticle forces because these basics you have studied in class 9th and 10th. So after physical classification, we will discuss about the chemical classification. Under chemical classification, a matter is classified in pure form and mixture. Pure form and mixture, so it's clear from the name, mixture is impure by nature. Mixture is impure by nature. What are pure? Pure are again classified in element and compounds. So first we will discuss about the pure matter. Why and when a matter is called pure and when it is called a mixture, that is impure. Pure matter has always all the components of it equal shape, size, and with same chemical and physical properties. Those form of a matter that contains equal shape components of equal shape and size, and also they represents identical chemical and physical properties are pure form of a matter. It is classified as element and compound. Suppose, for example, glucose and ghee is given to you. Glucose is pure form of a matter, pure. Its formula is C6H12O6. But the ghee or the desi ghee, in other words, you say, is a mixture, not a pure matter, because so many components, fat, water, etc., are mixed under indefinite proportions. So, desi ghee is a matter but not pure by nature, because it is a composition of different pure form of matters. What is a pure form? Pure form has all the molecules with equal shape, size, and they contains the same physical and chemical properties. That's why I represent two examples here of like glucose and desi ghee. Glucose is C6H12O6 with chemical formula. All the molecules will be of same size, same chemical and physical behavior will be there. But this ghee is a mixture of components of different pure form of matter that are not fixed in a definite proportion. So, as we know, pure form of a matter is classified into elements and compounds. As far as the matter is related to elements, smallest part of all the elements is an atom. Means smallest part will be atomic unit. Since we know in each atomic unit same atomic mass, valency, etc. are present, that's why a particular element like iron, like aluminium, like chlorine, like oxygen, etc. in a particular element, since its atomic mass, its valency will be same in all the atoms of that element, that's why its density, physical properties, its melting points, its chemical properties, all will be identical. All the atoms of a particular element contains same shape, size, density, melting point, chemical properties, valency, atomic mass, etc. will be identical but different from other elements. Same in a particular element but different in others. Density of iron will be different from aluminum. Chemical properties of chlorine will be different from oxygen. That's why elements are pure form of a matter. Smallest part is atom, and all the chemical and physical properties of a particular element will be same and different from other elements. Next is compound. The smallest part smallest part of a compound is molecule. Molecules are the smallest part of compounds. Each compound has a fixed chemical formula. Each compound has fixed chemical formula because each compound is formed under definite proportion of component atoms. And you have studied in previous class and we will discuss here in class 11 too, law of definite proportion. Each compound, each molecule has a fixed formula, definite formula. Why the formula is definite? Because all the components, atoms are in a fixed or definite ratio. Like a simple example is water, H2O. 2 hydrogen ratio 1 oxygen. Since we know hydrogen has atomic mass 1 and oxygen has atomic mass 16. Now putting value here, 2 multiplied with 1 ratio 16. 2 ratio 16, therefore 1 ratio 8. When hydrogen and oxygen reacts by mass in 1 ratio 8, water is formed. Water is a compound. Its formula is H2O and this is a pure form of a matter. All the molecules contain same physical and chemical properties. All the molecules of water will boil at 100 degrees centigrade and will freeze at 0 degree centigrade. Next is CO2. Let's consider about CO2. It's a pure form of a matter, carbon dioxide. Carbon ratio to oxygen. Since we know carbon has atomic mass 12 and oxygen has 16, putting the value here, 12 ratio 2 ratio 16, therefore 12 ratio 32, therefore 3 ratio 8. This will be the simplest 3 ratio 8 by mass. When carbon and oxygen combined by mass 3 ratio 8 in a definite proportion, then CO2 pure form of compound will be formed. All the CO2 molecules have same physical and chemical properties. Molecules are formed when the pure form of an element, that is atom, combine identical or unidentical types of atoms combine in a definite ratio, then molecules are formed. So pure form of matter, elements repeatedly combine in a fixed ratio, then molecules are formed. So molecules can be divided into atoms. So pure form is element and compounds. Next is mixture. Next is mixture. Mixture is impure form of matter. Impure form. Mixture is divided in two parts: homogeneous and heterogeneous. Now, what are homogeneous and heterogeneous? So, before homo and hetero, let's see one example. Suppose sugar is mixed in water. In a container, sugar is mixed in water and a syrup is formed. It contains water plus sugar. In experiment 1 and in next, sand. Sand is mixed in water. This is water. In next experiment, so what we observed, we see all the sugar particles get dissolved completely in water and make a serum. And with the help of open eye, we can distinguish the sugar particles separately from the water molecules. Means all the components exist in the same phase. When all the components exist in the same phase, it's called homo, equal, same, similar. When all the components present in a mixture exist in the same phase, it's called homogeneous, like when sugar is mixed in water. In the next one, when sand is mixed, we see after a time it gets settled at the bottom, and with the help of open eye we can see clearly the sand settled at the bottom. So both the phases are different. One component is in liquid form while another is in solid form. Since phases are different, and with the help of open eye we can see clearly all the phases in different phase, so it's called hetero unequal. When all the components exist in different phases, it's called heterogeneous, like sand mixed in water. While sugar mixed in water, all the components exist in the liquid phase. That's why it is homogeneous. So all the homogeneous mixture are also called as solution. Solution are the homogeneous form of a mixture. So solution is not a pure form of a matter, it is impure form of a matter in which all the components exist in the same phase. For example, next is air. Air is a homogeneous mixture, impure in nature, because air contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, inert gases, etc. But all exist in the same phase. Same phase. That's why it is homogeneous mixture. Air is a homogeneous mixture. So, dear students, this is all about for classification of a matter. In a flow sheet, we have discussed already that matter can be divided into um, physical classification and on the basis of chemical classification, physically into solid, liquid, and gases, and chemically into pure form and mixture, that is impure form. Pure form was divided into element and compounds, and mixture, that is impure form, is again divided into homogeneous and heterogeneous. So the topic matter has completed. In the next segment, we will discuss about the laws of chemical combination. Okay, thank you, students.